So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Tries a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Spence. Eze with the slide tackle there. Great chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or two.
Madison! And again! There's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Simplicity itself.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Tottenham, real chance! Yes! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pedro Porro. Now, can they get him away? Pedro Porro is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Tottenham have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Chance, surely! Oh, what? And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Back into the middle. Skims one in.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
That ball looks a good one. Now there's a fine ball. Havertz! Oh, that was brilliantly defended.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Dispatched clinically. They've done it again. It is incredible.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have...
Goes for a shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
That's a decent clearance. Gray, and he shoots! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Xavi Simons. And Gray. Lobbed in behind. He's in plenty of space here. And that has left him in a heap. Big chance! It's loose now. In he goes again. Oh, it's gone in! And they get themselves in front! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
And now chance for a shot! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
There's the header! Decent enough try.
Spence is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Zubimendi. He won't be happy with that one. Looking to play him in. Eze. He's in a great position here. That is a brilliant interception. Spence. Oh, they could break here.
Be 3 minutes at a
Tries
time.
to pass it through. Merino. Rice. Passes short and sharp. Xavi Simons. Spence. Spence. And Johnson. And the first 45 minutes are up. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
And there they are.
Well, it's been a proper
Please welcome
derby
our
so far, no
players,
doubt
everyone.
about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Tottenham do lead, but it's quite a game. Half-time, 3-2. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Merino. Zubimendi, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Merino. Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee...
And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Timber. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gray.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Van der Ven clears it away. And it's Rice. Gabriel. He's picked his way through. And that's a dangerous ball. Maddison. Xavi Simons. Now it's Johnson. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Who saw this coming? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. Gabriel. Rice. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Gray, looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's fabulous. Simons! We've got a goal! Into the lead once more. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Tottenham take the lead. Calafiori. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Substitution on the field.
Number 3 coming up.
Salah. Number 10.
Keeper has taken decisive action.
Coming on the field. Number 8. Bissouma.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Kulusevski. Substitutions taking
No
place.
way through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Look at the space here. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Tottenham get their 4th corner. And he's in on goal. Oh, sweet feet. Now it's Simons.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Spence. Johnson. And it's made its way to him. Chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Xavi Simons has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Odegaard. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Xavi Simons, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Incapuyi. Tottenham close now to seeing this one through to the end. Oh, what a ball! Trossard. Lewis Skelly.
Added minutes has been
Four
indicated.
added minutes on the board. Kolomuani. And it's Bissouma. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And it's Lewis Skelly. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Spence.
That's going in strongly.
Ødegaard is herring after that one. Now it's Havertz. And it's Timber. Trossard! Oh, what about that?
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
The goal scorer for Arsenal, number 19.
So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. So our quest to find the winner continues. Tottenham pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Van de Ven. Lewis Skelly. Spence. Now it's Kulusevski. Played back in. He's had a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
Kulusevski fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Pass is just off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Spence cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
He's shifting through the gears here. Back into the middle. He has a look up. Caught offside that time. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
Security staff for each block.
Well, it has
Please
been a
report to the
punishing
staff room
game, both
immediately.
physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitution on the field. Number 24. Number
And we're
7,
off for the final
Gabby
time.
Simmons. Coming on the field.
This really has been
number
thrilling.
20,
Both sides
Mohamed
going at it.
Kudus.
And now
Number
for the final
28,
act.
Substitution.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Lewis Skelly. And here's Havertz. Kudus. Bissouma. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the ball's gone astray. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. And back to the keeper they go. Timber. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's in space and looking for options. Shoots! It was a good ball that, played into his feet.
Well, the quality of the supply has been acknowledged. Shame, that's when the quality ended.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Saliba, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saliba gets across to intercept that.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. He is through here! And that is it. There will be penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a gruelling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. Pedro Porro. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. And he has been fouled there. Madison threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I think Mikel Merino is going to have a busy game in the middle of the park, Peter. He's a real footballer and not necessarily a midfield minder, but he can go box to box and be the team's most prolific passer. He really is an all-action player, and I expect we'll be seeing quite a bit of him.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Havertz! Now, who's going to be first to this? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tottenham have the chance to go the other way. Gabriel gathers from the goal kick. Maddison. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nicely shaped ball. He's played it long. Played out towards the right wing. Couldn't squeeze it through. Tottenham yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Simons. And he's managed to get free. Can he get it through? Merino. Well read, and the danger is averted. Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Clipped into space. And he's cut it out. And that was nowhere near his best. That's really well cleared. Van de Ven. And it's Spence. And he welcomes it in. And it's made its way to him. Rice. Calafiori. Approaching the half-hour mark. Tries to play it through. Maddison. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Calafiori. Merino. That is good alertness. Good ball, good take. Now who's going to be first to this? Merino. Havertz. Gray.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nice interception, well timed. Gabriel. Eze. Calafiori. And it's Merino. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Ball is over the line. He's got away. Gray. Udogi. This looks promising, and he's lost his man here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Gabriel gets rid without sophistication. Now Van de Ven. Gray. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Welcome our players.
do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And the shot! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good switch, that.
Now it's Johnson. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rice. Tottenham still this single goal behind. Eze. Oh, good-looking ball. No, again there's no way through. Merino. Rice.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mikel Merino is fouled. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Now it's Havertz. Knocks it out wide. He's in a great position here. Drilled in low. Van der Ven gets it clear. Passes short and sharp. Gray. Tottenham have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Oh, that's fabulous. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Havertz. Sarr. And it's Gray. Looking for options for movement. Shot chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Johnson really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 23.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Number 29.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Number 8. Bisuno. Substitutions
And
taking
now they
place.
can clear their lines. He's a sharp little ball here. He's found shot at goal! And the lead stays intact, just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's Gray. And here's Johnson. Nicely aimed pass. Trossard.
This is the time you need that pace.
Kulusevski calmly anticipates. Kudus. Spence. He has found the way through. Now, can they get him away? That is a brilliant interception. Tottenham are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Back into the middle. And the shot! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Bissouma.
Substitution.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Played back into the centre. Looking to play him in. Long ball upfield.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Havertz with a definite foul there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
There will be 3 minutes
No,
added time.
he wasn't going to let him past. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Now that looks a decent ball, and that could set him on his way. Kolomwani gets into a good position. Trossard, and the number on the board is 3. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times... So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
Oh, what a mistake! Oh, just he's through and all alone! Johnson! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Tottenham penetrate for... Up he goes! Oh, that was no routine save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Spread it left. Eze, looking for the run. It's a goal kick. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Sarr. He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Saliba. Tottenham leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Engages and forces him off the ball. Maddison. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Maddison. Spence. Takes a shot! Oh, that was brilliantly defended. And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Havertz. That ball looks a good one. He's got away. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And again! Can he get it through? Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that could set him on his way. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Eze. And it's Eze. And it's Porro. Oh, played right into his path. And he was alert to it. Eze, Pedro Porro gets a foot in here. And here's Maddison. And he's had a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Maddison clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. That's a good ball out wide. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. No luck with that dink over the top.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Knocks it into space. Xavi Simons. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Havertz. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Timber. Maddison.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Rice. Havertz.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Referee's given a throw. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He can run onto that. Now this could be a chance, and he's managed... Decent chance! And he's found the net! Arsenal are level. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Gabriel cuts it out. And we've reached half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Welcome our lads to the field.
The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Gabriel. Timber. Threads one in. There's the shot! He's scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That's been cut out, well played. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Havertz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Xavi Simons tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Maddison. Van der Ven cuts out the pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. And they've got rid.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Passes coming off in quick succession here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Havertz! There's no flag! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Eze has created one goal already.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's a good foot in there.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution on the field. Number 29, Salah. Number 10, James Maddison. Number 7,
And it's Ødegaard.
Gabby Simons. Number
Arsenal
24,
have a free kick.
coming on the field.
There's a quick free kick,
Number
and here's
8,
Havertz.
Bissouma. Number 21,
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Kolo Muani. Number 20, Mohamed
It's a
Kudus.
promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kulusevski has given away a free kick. Arsenal making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Ødegaard. Kulusevski does really well to win the ball there. Tottenham are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now who's going to be first to this? Nice bit of trickery. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's played it in low. And he's well positioned here. Chance, surely! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tries to get it clear. And it's Gray.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. It's a pretty loose pass. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary. That's at the end. Tottenham played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them...
And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
We have already started here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Danso deals with that comfortably. Spence. Now it's Johnson, looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Drilled in low. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Can he get it through? Xavi Simons showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
He's being urged to shoot. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, he's played it in low. Rice. Arsenal finding their passes. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the midfielder, Sarr, is going to have a very busy game here, Peter. Not only because he has a lot of ground to cover, but he's that kind of go-to guy. He embraces everything.
Sarr! Oh, it's come off the up. In he goes again! It's a goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Johnson, distributed tidily, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Rice. Tottenham are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Havertz, and he's a chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Van der Ven gets it clear. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedro Porro. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gray. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Spence. And it's Eze. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tottenham looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Van der Ven. And it's Porro. Oh, good read. Eze. Chance to deliver. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Cleared away. Maddison. Sarr. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Merino. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Sarr. Spence providing an outlet on that flank. Eze. Rice. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Well, it's been a proper top. Johnson is on his own, tries a shot, and he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Tottenham are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Some resolute defending there. Looking to play him in. He's on it, can he get away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long...
He's having a shot! Eze. Merino. To Havertz.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
It's a good ball out wide. Pedro Porro gets into some space. Plays it in low. Raya claims it, safe hands. And now the breakaway.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Engages and forces him off the ball. Gabriel. Rice. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now it's Havertz. Gray. And that is a little undercooked. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely passing. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. He won't be happy with that one. Eze. Havertz. Real chance! There's a goal! Right back in the game. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Arsenal, after 63
We have got ourselves a game here.
Number 29.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
It's run loose here. Timber. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
And it's Simons. Now it's Johnson. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's in on... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Tottenham with the corner. They're first. That's a decent clearance. That is ended up in no man's land. He's a sharp little ball here, and that's played in. Can he finish? Against the crossbar. Saliba tries to clear, and the counter is on. Now then. Now it's Merino, and there's green grass ahead of him. Shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Havertz really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Chooses to go back.
Arsenal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Eze gets into a good position. Damso clears it away. In once more. Udogi did well to stay calm there.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency.
Decent chance! So close to drawing level.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Substitution on the field. Number
We
29.
have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Number
Well, I suppose,
10,
Peter, in a tight game like this,
Madison.
this is as good a time
Number
as any
7,
to make a change.
Gabby Simmons. Coming on the field, number 8.
Somewhat off target.
Number 21.
That's going right the way across.
Kulusevski. Number 33, Davis. Substitutions taking place.
Odegaard. Lewis Skelly. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now, what about a counter-attack? Into the channel.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Kulusevski. And here's Johnson. And it's made its way to him. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 2 then.
Substitution in progress.
Deftly away.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
Saliba. Now this could be a chance. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Very much into the last knockings. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Tottenham looking to pass their way through. Spence carries the ball down the right. Bissouma, he is onto this. Trossard. And it's Lewis Skelly. Just eases him off the ball. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And we're done. Tottenham proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
So off we go then. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. The most accurate pass. And he cuts out the supply. Merino. This looks promising. That's a good... And the finish! And it's skewed away. Looking for the run. Big chance! And the ball's come loose here. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's played through for him. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Eze. And it's Porro. And that's a throw. Skims one in. Rice gets rid without sophistication. Looking to play him in. That's been slipped through. He has found the way through. Flings in across. And that's the keeper's ball. Tottenham are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Looking for options for movement. Very nicely done. Pedro Porro. Lovely feet. Can he get it through? In it comes. Spence. Well, that looks a decent ball. And here's Maddison. Rice.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's picked his way through. Udogi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Havertz! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Maddison. Spence. No, that's been intercepted. 30 minutes gone. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's well spotted. Spence. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Eze. Searching pass he's played there. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Arsenal finding their passes. Nicely weighted ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Nice looking ball. Eze is onto this. And he's had it nicked away. Udogi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now the ball's gone astray. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Timber. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Spence. And he's managed to get free. That's really nicely played. Merino. Havertz.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Sarr. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Spence. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Johnson. Maddison! Johnson! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Gabriel. Calafiori. Now, can they get him away? That's a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Maddison. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Timber. Tottenham still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Spence. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's made its way to him. And he's in on goal. He has a look up.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, that pass isn't the best. Udogi. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Eze. Tottenham have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he's intervened well there. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's away. He's tried one! Rice aims beyond the defence. Threads one in. And they win it back again. Spence. Just about up to 75 minutes. Back into the middle. Havertz looking to get on the end of this.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Simons.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Merino knocks it into space. No, he's not getting his way this time. Looking for a runner. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Havertz. Udogi calmly anticipates. Gray. Now it's Eze. He is through here! And he was quick to react.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Maddison. Into the last 5 minutes. Tries to play it through. And that's been drilled in.
That's just playing it safe and simple. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's Marino. That's that, the end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that shoots! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Sarr deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Danso. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Simons. Gray. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side is...
And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. He's gone direct here. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Sarr.
And the pass is intercepted. And that is as far as they're going to go. First quarter of an hour gone. Pass somewhat off target.
Mikel Merino.
Hurtling down that right flank. Danso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Sarr.
And here's Johnson. So we're still where we started right now. No way through. Played out wide. Eze powering forward here. And the counter is on. Gets into some space. Eze. That is a brilliant interception.
Spence.
This is the time you need that pace.
Driving forward.
Now it's Sarr.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That's a sharp pass.
And it's Timber.
Merino. Arsenal looking to pass their way through.
Sarr.
Passes short and sharp. Oh, they can break here. Great vision.
Now it's Sarr.
Oh, no circumventing this opponent. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Timber.
He's a sharp little ball here. And it played right into his path. Now, can he find a finish? Good read, needed to be. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing.
Sarr.
Now it's Maddison. Pinches it off him. Saliba. Rice. Eze. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's managed to get free. Maddison.
Spence. And it's Porro.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Threads one in. Oh, that was vital.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his...
He's having a shot! Goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this...
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling
And
stuff.
please welcome our lads to the field.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Tottenham, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Can he finish? It's loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Sticks it away. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Tottenham goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Eze. Now it's Havertz. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
It's just beyond his reach. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Udogie. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Maddison. Johnson.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
That's an imaginative pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out.
He's shooting! Tottenham are looking to go forward now. He has found the way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Maddison has created one goal already. Now, can they get him away? And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Porro. Look at the space here. Chooses to go back. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Maddison clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And he's on his way. Now that shapes to shoot. Tottenham are anything but solid just now, rather exposed actually.
It's just the perfect example of why they can't afford to lose the ball.
Substitution on the field. Number 29, Saar. Number 10, James Maddison. Number 7, Javi Simons.
He won't be happy with that one.
Number 8,
Odegaard
Bissouma.
played into space out
Number
wide.
21, Kulusevski.
Up he
Number
goes!
33, Davis.
A reprieve,
Substitutions
albeit
taking
perhaps
place.
momentary. Picked out, big chance!
Spence.
He's one-on-one! Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Decent chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, there's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And it's Odegaard.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Trossard takes a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Tottenham have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Kulusevski. He's on it, can he get away? Spread neatly. Oh, that's well spotted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Odegaard. And the shot! Sensational by Havertz! That is a gem! An absolute gem! With so little time left! Grandstand finish!
Added time.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Havertz demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of a... That's that, the end. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pedro Porro. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be quite big. He initially played a little deeper before he arrived in England, but once he came to England, he tended to be played as a centre-forward, and it made it difficult for him. I mean, he wasn't attuned to that position, but now he's grown into it.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And he's managed to get free. Takes a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. What's your opinion on that goal?
Yeah, anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
Arsenal, after 18 minutes, is number 29.
Arsenal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now it's Maddison. Rice.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Eze.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Eze. That's a delicate pass. Pedro Porro. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Good take, and can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Just eases him off the ball. Xavi Simons.
Sarr.
Pedro Porro. And he plays one through. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Looking to play him in. And there's green grass ahead of him. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Johnson. Now it's Simons. And the shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Tottenham grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Sarr.
Xavi Simons. Now it's Simons. He's found a way through. Merino. And here's the chance to counter. And the cross comes in. Oh, that's a key interception.
Spence.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Stood up well to him there.
There they go, hunting again.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Udogi gets into a good position. Chance for a shot! What a wonderful goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tottenham get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, nice one too, very nice.
Gray.
Johnson. And there's the end of the first half. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd.
And there they are. Please
So
welcome
there
our
was the
players,
first
everyone.
half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Tottenham head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And we are back on the way. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Gray.
And here's Xavi Simons. Tottenham looking to pass their way through. He's on it, can he get away? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Johnson, he goes for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Johnson clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
And it's Spence.
Eze.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Eze has created one goal already. Rice. Timber. Now it's Johnson. Simons. Maddison. An uncompromising challenge. Corner number 2 then. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Tottenham have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that.
And it's Eze.
Arsenal finding their passes. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, easy pickings there. Merino. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Xavi Simons, given the lift of his goal.
Spence.
Ball at his feet. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's intervened well there. And here's Xavi Simons. Pressure coming in from all directions. There's the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Johnson. That's the keeper's ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution on the field. Number 29.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
Coming on the field, number 8, Bissoum. Number 20.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Plays it in low. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Udogi. Lovely feet.
Oh, great feet, that.
He's got away. Udogi gets across in. Lewis Skelly.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That has ended up in no man's land. Gray. Danso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Johnson. That is a brilliant interception. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That could spell trouble. Can he finish? It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. He's in plenty of space here. Thuram, nice interception, well timed. Not the most accurate pass.
Spence.
That's a throw. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Gray did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Maddison.
And it's Maddison.
Oh, cracking ball. Shot could... Maddison! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Spence.
He's in a great position here. Oh, important interception. Now it's Thuram. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Zielinski. Now it's Maddison. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Danso gets across to intercept that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. And it's been played through. Tottenham are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Sarr tries to play it through, and the shot! He scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Tottenham are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Great chance here from position A1. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Madison! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Van de Ven.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Tottenham are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Simons. Bissek. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Inter Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Passes short and sharp. Oh, good ball! Can he finish? He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful.
Chance, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Madison is offering a right smile there.
Great vision. Ball looks a good one. Now it's Mkhitaryan. He's a sharp little ball here. Crossed into the box. Madison. Spence. Now Sarr. Spread it left. Now it's Simons. Sarr. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Thuram.
This is the time you need that pace.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's Madison. Spence. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. The referee's awarded a free kick. Thuram.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Stefan de Vrij. And here's Zielinski. Hoisted in. Spence. Mkhitaryan proves too strong. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Zielinski. And here's Mkhitaryan. Good take. Tries a shot! It's in!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Please
The
welcome
midway
everyone
point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Thuram, and he's well positioned. And the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
And it's made its way to him. Gray wins the duel this time. And here's Xavi Simons. And now the breakaway. That is good strength. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Takes a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Johnson deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Tries to pass it through. Udogi. Xavi Simons. And it's Sarr. Always onto this. Oh, super ball! De Vrij defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Stefan De Vrij. Darmian. Mkhitaryan. Zielinski. Takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Climbs up big! Udogi attempts has a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Now it's Thuram. Sarr. Gray. Xavi Simons. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pedro Porro cuts out the pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that looks a decent ball. Maddison was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Sarr. And it's Spence. Now it's Simons. Look at the space here. Skims one in. That's really well manoeuvred. Danso gets over and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Xavi Simons going full steam ahead down the left flank.
And it's Sarr.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Bisek with the challenge, and he has given away a quickly taken. Great ball, and he's Johnson! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.